how you doing? Ooh, my voice is quite deep. That's good. Good, nice, deep voice. This morning, I've just noticed as I'm talking to you, doing a live. Let's go, Harry. Obviously, my T levels, my testosterone levels, are doing well. That's good. A nice, deep voice. Okay, so there's a couple of things I want to share with you. Information that may help you or encourage you, things that you may be doing already, and excitement on things I'm going to be doing in the future. Skills I'm going to master this year, I'm going to hold myself accountable for, you probably already are doing or interested in. So, what's going on? What's going on? Sunday morning, let's see how Harry. HHWH. Two things, two topics I want to talk about, two huge things. First one is a huge topic of dreaming, of lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming, being lucid within the dream state when you're dreaming. Very powerful. A lot of normal people have had this as children, or even as adults, done it by themselves, to lucid dream, to be awake during the dream state. It's very cool when you've done it, and I'm sure you guys watching this would have had lucid dreams in your life, whether consciously or unconsciously, it doesn't matter. I mean, if you've done it unconsciously, you've had a taste of awesomeness. But it's a practice, isn't it? We know, in our communities, lucid dreaming. And I've heard about it, and what's brought me back into it is, funny enough, reading the Metro. I think it was in November, December, in the Metro, the London Metro free paper. There was an article by Charlie Morley, who's an expert on lucid dreaming and teaching it for others, and he's written a couple of good books. And I think the reason why the Metro did the article is because he had a new book out, which I bought straight away after reading the article on lucid dreaming. By Charlie Morley, this one's his latest one. He's written many books on lucid dreaming, and this latest one he did in November, I think it came out, and I bought it. It's called Wake Up to Sleep. Anyway, what sold me on lucid dreaming as a spiritual practice, not just a bit of fun so we can have sex and fly in our dreams, because that's coming from an ego place. Yes, you can do those things, but actually I realised in the article that there's a lot of depth and desire in my heart to do lucid dreaming, because to master something you need a big why, don't you? It's not just a bit of fun, you need a why. It's a highly spiritual practice to lucid dream. Very, very serious practice. And I started reading this book, and then I started reading Charlie Morley's other books, and get round to them before I practice it, because I need my big why. And there's a lot of reasons to master and practice in this life lucid dreaming. Not least, for me, the fact that it's very, 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 very healing for your trauma, for your journeys, for your waking state, whatever that is. Because are we really awake? I don't know. But anyway, it's a very powerful practice, and through lucid dreaming, you can really heal yourself from a lot of fears and worries and anxieties that you have currently, that you can push yourself to the next level. Anyway, I've been reading it. Dreams of Awakening is one before. And funny enough, I've not been practicing it. I'm not putting to practice dream check realities every few hours, even the dream journals. But for whatever reason, just because I've been reading the book, just because I had this real interest in the last few weeks building up at me with lucid dreaming, just because of that, last night, I wasn't practicing any of the techniques, like checking in my waking state, how many fingers I've got, looking away, all these real reality checks. I've not been doing them. Anyway, last night, what happened was, I let my housemate, my Somavedics, which are very, very, very powerful energy devices. I've got one there. That's the green Somavedic, you can see. Very powerful. That costs £500. Well worth it, because it lasts a lifetime. It emits high frequency from the crystal formations inside it, and it magnifies them. So it's not just crystals, guys. It's way more than crystals. It's on 24/7. When I first got that, I've done videos on this in the past, I bought it. I was blown away with the detox and needing much less sleep. My mum's bedroom, which was, at the time I was living with my mum when I bought it, my parents, she couldn't sleep either because it was detoxing her. So I knew the powder Somavedic. Then I bought the amber, which I got underneath my bedroom, but I've left it with my housemate, who has Lyme's. I left it with him for a few weeks. Anyway, yesterday I put it back in my room, my green Somavedic. which is powerful, £500, and my even more powerful 1.5G Amber Somavedic I put under my bed. And I knew that was going to make me enhance my detox and put me in a whole different level of vibration. You know me, I'm a geek, I always do things. By the way, if you haven't got Somavedic, you're missing out on a trick. I promote, honestly, from my heart, I promote and affiliate with the most powerful value money shit you can buy on the market today for your physical health vibration and apparently to make you lucid dream easier. So anyway, I put the amber, the greens there, the ambers under my bed, under this bed where I slept last night. And I've just read books on lucid dreaming. I'm going to get round very seriously this year, very seriously, to lucid dreaming regularly. But I'm not practicing it. Anyway, last night, guess what happened? Put the Somavedics back in my room. The amber's like this far away from my head. The green, they emit from huge distance, the Somavedics anyway. And yeah, I couldn't sleep last night. It's not because I'm unhealthy. It's because it was too powerful, and I'm not used to it. You know when you have something powerful in your room, a powerful energy device, and the first night you're not used to it, you can't sleep because you don't need to sleep because it's so powerful. Anyway, I did lucid dream last night. It was amazing. Not trying. I started to fly, lift myself very slowly. I started to lift myself off the ground. I can't remember what situation I was in. I was in a house or something. So I lifted myself off slowly, and I started going higher and higher to the top of the room. It felt amazing. And then I went even higher, kind of like, I think, to the top of the house, to the roof. It must have lasted about 30 seconds to a minute, then I woke up. But it was cool. It was my first little taste. The power, because I haven't done lucid dreaming accidentally even for ages, and this was an accident. It felt amazing to lucid dream. I was really happy, and I know it's because when you work on your physical health, this is without practice, and when you've got such powerful energy devices, you can do these things. So I'm definitely going to talk a load more about lucid dreaming. I mean, one thing that motivates me with lucid dreaming is any fears and any challenges and any traumas and any triggers, because we're all being triggered here by people that are higher than us. Acknowledgement, lack of acknowledgement of the things that we lack in ourselves. That's what triggering is, isn't it? Other people trigger us. So that means there's work to do. But all these things can be worked through during the dream state. Example, even if you just practice flying in your dreams. It's a fear, isn't it? Fear of dying, fear of heights, flying. Just flying alone. It rewires. Okay, to explain simply. When you imagine something in your waking state, like visualization, is powerful. But from what Charlie Morley says, and it makes complete sense to me, in his books on lucid dreaming, when you lucid dream something, a health practice like flying, whatever, it's not like visualization. It's like the Buddhists, who are big on dream yoga and sleep yoga and lucid dreaming too, reckon it's 7 times more powerful than visualizing. Because when you visualize in the waking state, you can't always fully embody that thought. And even if you can, it's still not as powerful. So I resonate strongly with the message that lucid dreaming, because it activates, I don't know, I need to learn the technicalities of it. Just a quick one. When you lucid dream, it's like reality, but way more than visualization, way more powerful. That's one reason. And the second reason off the top of my head is that when we die, all of us risk. I know we're infinite creatures, but we have amnesia, don't we? We don't remember our past lives and this to the next. And also we risk going into what the Buddhists, I think, or Bible would call the bardo state when we die. So we don't die, but we risk not being aware that we're dead and we're going on to the next state, a lack of self-awareness. Well, lucidity in the dream state, lucid dreaming, brings you that awareness when you're dreaming, when you're sleeping, to awake. So in other words, when you start mastering, practicing regularly lucid dreaming, you are massively increasing your chances of going to the correct place when you die and realizing where the fuck you are when you actually die from this physical body and go on to the next one. How exciting is that? That'd be nice, isn't it? Let's remember where we go in the next dream state, because most of us might risk, especially normal people, they'll be like, where am I? They won't know, they'll remember, they'll forget. But if you practice lucid dreaming, you can remember. Anyway, those are my 2 big reasons. I'm going to do a lot more work on it, and I want to master it for myself before I even dare, really, even help other people with it, or even maybe in the future set up courses to do with lucid dreaming. I have to become a real expert at this. It's a very exciting subject. Very exciting, very cool thing, very fun. We spend most of our time. Look, we're all doing great work, in the waking state. We've all got projects, businesses, purposes. We're all helping people, even if it's only a few friends. We're all connecting in this manner, but it's during the waking state. But there's a lot of work we can do in the dream state. Whilst we're dreaming, most of us spend a third of our lives sleeping. A lot of time can be used towards your healing when you're dreaming by practicing lucid dreaming. How cool is that? So that's the first thing I want to say. Lucid dreaming is something huge I'm going to get big on this year. And unlike last times when I didn't really commit to it, thank you, Charlie Morley, for your great books. Highly recommend you guys read them if you're interested. I've got the why. That's what I want to say. I've got the why to take it extremely seriously, lucid dreaming. Not to mention, how fucking fun is it to fly in your dreams, to confront your demons of the subconscious in your dreams and not be scared of them. Very, very healing, unique angle, which I feel, I don't know, but a lot of people in the community don't come to lucid dreaming. They do it more for fun. This is serious healing work, lucid dreaming. That's why it's a real mastery that I think I'm going to obsess with the rest of my life. Because like I said, we all sleep all the time. So that's why I feel I can get ahead of my own healing and compare myself to myself, fast track my healing process through lucidity in your dreaming. And if it's fun, I'll also do it too. But I don't do it for the fun. I'm doing it for serious work. And it's fun too. That's the first thing. And another thing with that is when I master lucid dreaming, I've got even more encouragement and whys, because obviously when I get good at something, I want to write a book on it. I want to write a little book on lucid dreaming. I won't do that until I've really mastered it. And that'll be one of the many books, if I live long enough, I'll get written down. A book on how to lucid dream and why to lucid dream, and how healing lucid dreams for me as I've journeyed, and how you guys can replicate and do this too. Very serious work in the dream world. Very serious work. So that's that one. And secondly, I really want to talk about what I'm coming to with tobacco. Mapacho, pure tobacco, because I've never smoked my entire life. My parents were against it. Good thing. Normal cigarettes was never a thing that I was pushed to, and I'm glad for that, because my health has risen as a consequence of never getting involved with normal cigarette smoke. However, I think a lot of us now have the understanding, hopefully, that there's a difference between normal cigarette smoke and pure tobacco, where there'll be American Spirit, which is good, it's okay, but there's even better ones out there than that you can get from Peru. It's not bad tobacco. Our ancestors, the Native American Indians, called it Mapacho. It's a very sacred ceremonial thing. Hape is smoked tobacco ash that you put up the nose, another powerful one. But even just normal tobacco and smoking, it's really cool, and it's really rebalancing. The smoke, when you smoke, the smoke rises and hits the brain. And tobacco, pure tobacco, it rebalances and cures traumas of the brain. Hape does, and even tobacco smoke. Because this left to right brain hemispheres in all of us isn't centered right, and that puts us outside of our body and imbalanced and away from our body. But when we rebalance the left and the right brains, through all the amazing things we do, we start to heal and become more grounded and centered. And I've noticed since I started in the last month and a half or so of smoking semi-regularly, but not getting addicted to smoking Mapacho tobacco, it's very rebalancing for my brain, and that's what I need for my journey, because that's a big part of my trauma, out of the body and rebalancing. I love its groundedness. It's a stimulant, great to take in the morning. The tobacco is a neurogenesis. It increases the brain cell activity. It makes you smarter. It makes you think smarter. Makes you more grounded. It definitely kills parasites if you put nicotine from pure tobacco in a petri dish. Makes you poo better. Nicotine actually does. Nicotinamide, I can't remember the things, the chemicals. I'm not a chemical guy as much as I used to, but it just makes you poo better. It gives you good, even for cigarette smokers, dare I say it, although I do not approve of cigarette smoking. They never get constipated because of the nicotine in it. But tobacco has the good stuff, the good nicotine, and it wakes the brain up, and it's a biohacking weapon the biohackers have known about for a long time. And people in our community suddenly go, oh yeah, it's not good to smoke in the lungs and all that. I'm not saying it is, but I just found for me, at the moment, smoking Mapacho fairly regularly, but not every day necessarily, is really grounding and beneficial for me. It gives me more than it takes away, so I'll carry on doing it. And again, I want to plug deeper into my experiences, and I want to geek out a little bit with the science. Oh yeah, tobacco has, pure tobacco, I think I've got to thank Adina for this when she came on my post. She looked into it and said lithium, there's lithium in pure tobacco, which is very powerful for depression and happiness too. there's a lot of information I want to look into with tobacco, just from my experience, and I'll write another book on tobacco too. I want to take back our power from it being a bad thing, and smoking being bad, because I never did, and I'm finding benefits from it, to be honest. Even American Spirit, even though I don't use that one, he's a better one. That would be good. I think that's the baseline you should look to, American Spirit, because that's like a regular sold one. But the others, there's more high quality ones, so obviously go for the highest quality you can get, and Mapacho's high quality. Very special medicine to rebalance the brain, and that's all I really want to do. Use the tools. I use the aged, I use the fasting, I use the energy devices. I'm all over the place with what I use. I'm not stuck in one line of chain of thought. I try, I buy, I try, it works, I get happy, I think about it, I get experience in it, I want to write books on it, I want to share knowledge on it. I don't want to just keep it to myself. None of us do what we're doing. And I know there's people that know way more about tobacco smoking, Mapacho, Hape than I do. I'm a beginner with these things, but I'm getting round to them. Same with lucid dreaming. So that's what I want to say in this video. Two really cool things. I'm really going to take myself with these two deep. Lucid dreaming, because I don't want to wasting time with my healing my dreams. And Mapacho, tobacco. Really cool. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say this morning. Mapacho and lucid. Being lucid in the waking state. That's it. Have an amazing Sunday, and yeah, enjoy. Peace.